I started my art. I've got a talent rather, and it runs in our family where I grew up. I grew up in Nguboyenja Township, and I attended Mtwaga's Youth Club. That's where I started the art under Ichushin Reggie Dube, one of the club administrators. I think he has retired now. He retired about 2 years ago, something like that. He's the one who taught me how to draw and how to paint. I remember participating in one of the first exhibitions then. It was in 1960, I think it should have been 1963, 64, when I participated in the exhibition entitled the I Stateford Schools Exhibition. I did a figure drawing of a man sewing using a saw, because the theme was make a painting of a man sewing, either sewing this way or sewing that's where I started it at Mtwaga's Youth Club. And we used to enjoy quite a lot, especially when it came to drawing and other things, even the discipline of drama. That's where everything started. I am an actor as well. I've participated in 1 or 2 films here and there. Growing up in the townships was really a challenge, especially during the 60s, the uprising, the G riots, the national movements, how they started in the 60s, the breakaway from these other, the big one, the breakaway from Zapu and so forth and so forth. When I was growing up in Nguboyenja, I remember even at school, they used to ask me to draw. For instance, like the teachers, most of the teachers couldn't draw. They would ask me to draw on the blackboard so that other students would copy the drawing on the blackboard. I went to Mziliga's Art Center. That's where I trained. I did my fine art at the Mziliga's Art Center for 3 years. And then from there, that's how I started. In fact, when I was at the Mziliga's Art Center, I met people like, our tutor was Dominic Umkosi, Mr. Zulu, and it was run by Alex Lambeth then. He was the manager of the Mziliga's Art Center. And I met people like Charles Msimanga, where you can't remember whether we were in the same stream, but I remember meeting Charles Msimanga and quite a number of them, even Taylor Nkomo. Taylor Nkomo now is an artist based in Harare. I had a chance to meet even Henry Tayali, who trained at Mziligazi, but of a Zambian descent. Now there is an art school or a gallery in Lusaka named after Henry Tayali. Yeah, quite a number. Then from there, that's when I started growing. As you know, when you are growing up, especially in the townships, there are always these challenges here and there. I remember one of the challenges was that my father was once diagnosed with TB, and he was isolated for over 6 months, and we were left just the family, fending for the family. But the welfare system then supported us. Yeah. Those were the challenges. And when they came to, for instance, like when they diagnosed him with TB, the police vehicle came to pick us up. And it was the talk of the township then that we had this disease. Even at school, that was quite a challenge. Then I went to Mziliga's Art Center. Then from there, I worked in Manda for quite a number of, I started working at Consultated Textiles. Then I started at the gallery.
Okay.
Yeah, that was in 1975 when I started at the gallery. I have enjoyed teaching. In fact, recently, Tomisani Love, one of my students as well at the gallery, challenged me. He said, you should come back and move from one studio to the other. I used to do that. I enjoy going into a studio and we talk about the work that particular individual is doing. And I didn't realize that they valued that until Tomisani mentioned, no, you should come back now and again and have an art critique within a studio. Yeah, which is what I'll be doing now full time. I'll just pop in the gallery or maybe visit an artist here and there. it never dawned, but life gives you some of these as packs. As you grow up, you realize the need, especially amongst the blacks, when it comes to art appreciation. It's very lacking amongst the blacks, but maybe it's because of our different backgrounds. But what I've enjoyed most, the black businessmen these days are now appreciating art, which to me it's another way of supporting the visual artists in Bulawayo. Yeah. In fact, since I was at the gallery, I've always looked at the gallery as a culture house, not an art gallery, but as a culture house where different disciplines of arts come in. That's why when I was the director, I started embracing even theatre. We would rent out studios to the theatre people, to the poet people, to the sculptors, to the musicians, trying to bring those different genres under one roof. Hopefully this would continue because it helps, we complement one another. For an artist, take for instance like a singer, when they're doing their album, they will need an artist to design the cover of that particular album. If they are all under one roof, it makes life even easier. We have a cinema as well at the gallery. We tried to put together having a studio, a photographic studio, but it didn't materialize. Maybe somebody will take up the mantle even further. When I look at the gallery itself, the old building where the gallery is beautiful. Funds permitting, how I wish where there's the car park, they could build a theatre, a state-of-the-art theatre, so that people will be able to mix and mingle. Because that has helped the Bulawayo Gallery to be known because of that, the mixing and mingling.